Last season, I think the last game we had to play of the season was the FA Cup finale against Manchester City, and we lost it by 2-1 at Wembley. And United relaunch their campaign to walk back to Wembley this year, if at all they knock out Wigan and really get to know who exactly they are gonna face. Wigan Athletic is playing in the championship, and I think everyone knows that very well, and we're obviously going to be really taking you through exactly what this side of Wigan is all about. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel. I'm sorry, Wigan plays in the Football League One. They're not even in the championship, though. That shows you exactly how low they are when it comes to playing this tournament, and how United should obviously kill off this game as soon as possible. So they are playing in the League One, and remember, League One is the next competition after the championship, right? So after the championship, there is League One, there is League Two, League Three, like that. There are very many league levels in the United Kingdom. But United comes into this game of football after really losing 2-1 to Nottingham Forest, and it has been 7 days without playing the game of football. This game of football is going to be played on Monday night, and Monday night football returns as United plays away at the DW Stadium that capacitates 25,133 people down in Wigan Athletic. So we are having lots of things to talk about, and this game comes in through at a very good time because we saw some huge faces of players return in the training sessions for the club of Manchester United. Rasmus Hojlund is back, Casemiro is back, Mason Mount is back, and Lisandro Martinez is also back into the matchday squad, and I know they are going to be part of the matchday squad that is going to be playing against Wigan Athletic tomorrow. And the absentees that you expect, Terrell Malacia is out, then Amrabat might have traveled to Morocco to join his team to play in the AFCON. Then there is the other guy, Hannibal is also expected on to be here, African Cup of Nations. And who else is injured in that team of Man United? Let me check the list very well and see. Anton Martial is not expected to be part of the squad because of exactly what is happening to him as a player. And ever since he missed out on the game of Bayern Munich, he hasn't gone ahead to get into the starting 11 of Man United or the match squad. Then, which other guy is out? Harry Maguire is also expected to be out. Victor Lindelof is also expected to be out, and Luke Shaw is also expected not to be part of this game. When you look at Wigan, they're having Tom Pearce and Jason Kerr are also out. Stephen Hamps is also out, and Scott Smith is also a major doubt. Then Josh Mengenez has gone ahead to score 5 goals during the 2023-2024 campaign. Is certainly the line in there for you, and that's how everything is gonna pan out. But this is a game where all we need is a win. We just want to obviously get a statement win as we prepare to play against Tottenham Hotspur on the 14th of this month, meaning that we are going to play Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday. So that will call out for the club of Man United to obviously get a comfortable win in there for you, and see to it that we rest these players and maybe get some minutes for other players that have returned from injury, and it will be a perfect match to obviously give them that. Let's see how Erik ten Hag is expected to stand as we take on Wigan Athletic. And system, it's a 4-2-3-1. You all know that. It's the FA Cup third round, and we might be one of the teams that have been lucky to obviously be drawn against Wigan Athletic. And when you look at how Arsenal's gonna hate to be drawn against the side of Liverpool, no one wouldn't like to be drawn against Arsenal or Liverpool or Man City or Newcastle or Chelsea or Tottenham Hotspur at the round of 16. Now, goalkeeping department, there are lots of contemplations going around on to whether Erik ten Hag will obviously make a decision to start the man himself, that is Ben Dair, to give him his debut. But I think Andre Onana staying is not for formality, and is staying for the reason. And I see Andre Onana starting in goal ahead of Ben Dair. But if at all Ben Dair really gets some game time, I won't be surprised. So if he doesn't start, and we kill off this game early enough, then I would see Erik ten Hag making his first goalkeeping substitution and in his United career. He will come on and obviously do the needful. If at all, like the first half, we lead it by 3-0, then Pendeil will have a chance to obviously come in through and make his debut for the club of Manchester United. Then the right back, it's going to be Aaron Wan-Bissaka into the mix to play this beautiful game of football in there for you. And the left back, I anticipate Diallo to play as the left back for the club of Man U, because Tyrell Malacia and Luke Shaw are not yet back into the match squad. And you anticipate a lot to happen in this game of football, and these two will close down those left and right flanks very well from the attacking force of Wigan Athletic. Central defense, I trust John Evans to come in through and really start on the right side. Revan to start on the right side of the central defense, and Evans to start onto the left side of the central defense. And this is a serious game for Erik ten Hag, because he wants to start the year on a high. Knock out Wigan Athletic, prepare for the game against Tottenham Hotspur, and then see which other team you're going to play next after that. Because after the game of Tottenham Hotspur, we are going to rest for 2 weeks. So that central defense, as you see it, is really having experienced players. And with the preparation of Lisandro Martinez back, people are asking, why doesn't Lisandro Martinez start? I think Lisandro Martinez will just get minutes, like 15-20 minutes in this game to prepare for his return against Tottenham Hotspur in there for you, and will depend on his match fitness levels. If at all he's 100% fit, then the manager will get him some minutes. And if at all he continues to push throughout the next week and show us that he's really great, then Erik ten Hag will name him into the starting 11 for the club of Manchester United. But one doubt is all about Ten Hag starting Rafael Varane, because he's one of those centre backs that needs to play against Tottenham Hotspur. That is next Sunday, and he might really bench him and really start Kambwala again alongside John Evans into that central defense, because Kambwala has gone ahead to show some good consistency every time he's gone ahead to play for the club of Man United. Then in the double pivot, I think it's going to be unchanged. It's going to be Eriksson alongside Kobbie Mainoo in there for you. Kobbie Mainoo playing into that double pivot as you see it there. And you really expect a lot of chemistry in between these two, and they are going to really take us miles and miles and miles and miles. And when you look at these two, obviously there is no way you can rule out us winning the midfield battle. We are going to knock that ball around, pass it to every edge of the attack, and see how movements are really going to happen. And you saw to it that in the two previous games we're going to have to play, when these two are playing in the midfield, you saw to it that we could really connect the midfield to the attack easily, because those two are really good at passing the ball. One will ask, what of Casemiro? I understand Casemiro has just gone ahead return from injury, and the manager wouldn't like to rush him. He will get him some minutes, either 45 minutes or 30 in his legs tomorrow night will be really very, very, very important for Casemiro. But starting, I'll be surprised. But everyone cannot wait to see how Casemiro starts alongside Kobbie Mainoo into that midfield, because Casemiro has always gone ahead to suffer a lot when he plays again alongside Eriksson, Scott McTominay, players that don't have that presence, that physical presence, who cover huge distance and obviously have a brain. Eriksson has the brain, he's good on the ball and he's good at game reading, but he's not fast. His physicality is doubted. But I told you, Kobbie Mainoo is a combination of Casemiro and Eriksson, so we can't wait to see those play. And that might be in the game of Tottenham Hotspur, when these two might be given a chance to start and play into that role. Then the central attacking side of the midfield, especially, it's going to be Bruno Fernandes, no doubt. He's going to captain the side to play into the FA Cup game, and the players are really fresh, having gone ahead to rest for all those days, ever since we lost to Nottingham from the 31st. It's going to be 7 days without kicking a ball, and it has been intensive time of training. Right attacking side of the midfield, with Anthony doubtful for this game of football, I go Amad Diallo. That is it. For what he went ahead to show, as United played against Nottingham Forest for that cameo, he really orchestrated on the field of play at the City Ground. This is the best game to obviously give him to obviously prove himself right and sit down these players and put in all sorts of magic and get back to flying levels to prepare him for the game of Tottenham Hotspur, because we'll need him. And for the game of Tottenham Hotspur, maybe Ten Hag will think about his front three, Rashford, Garnacho, and Rasmus Hojlund, and maybe Amad Diallo will come off the bench. But this game is the realistic game for Amad Diallo to start. Left side, I go with Alejandro Garnacho to obviously play as a left attacking midfielder into that system, having gone ahead to obviously be named the December player for the month, the December player of the month for the club of Manchester United, having gone ahead to score a brace, and I think he put up an assist, for Rashford against Nottingham, right? So that is Garnacho for you, but he missed lots of chances. Would have gone ahead to score more during that period. Then we go to who is leading the line, Rashford or Rasmus Hojlund. With Rasmus Hojlund back, I'd give him a chance to come in through and really start, lead that line as Rasmus Hojlund, because I want to see him score goals and I want to see him score a hat-trick. I want a hat-trick of Rasmus Hojlund tomorrow. Yeah, he needs to send a statement to the people that have always gone ahead to really call him a flop. He got his first Premier League goal. Unfortunately, he couldn't really travel to the Midlands to face Nottingham Forest, because he was ill and it affected him a little while. And we all missed him in that game. Let's all admit. We missed his services in that game, and he's back. I saw the videos, he's training, and this is the perfect game for him to obviously score all the goals he wants to build confidence for the club of Man United as we get into the game of Spurs. If he scores against Wigan, that means he'll be having a 90% chance to score against Tottenham Hotspur. Why? For the game of Tottenham, Casemiro will be back, Lisandro Martinez will be back, and the spine of the team will be back to full shape. And you all know when that spine is back, you know what happens. Our attack is really fluid, and the opponents really have to dance to our tune. So that is the predicted starting 11 of Man United, and you can really tell me your thoughts about it. But let me read to you some match facts that Google is going to have to present to us as far as this game of football is concerned. Firstly, this is the second FA Cup meeting between Wigan Athletic and Man United, with the Reds winning 4-0 in the fourth round in 2016-2017. So the last time we met them in the FA Cup, it was 4-0 in favor of Manchester United. Then secondly, Man United have won 18 of their 19 meetings with Wigan in all competitions, with the exception being 1-0 away loss in the Premier League in April 2012. So out of 19 meetings, we've lost once, meaning that we have a very huge age, And then thirdly, since the start of the 2013-2014 campaign, they are first after relegation from the Premier League. Wigan have progressed for more FA Cup ties against Premier League opponents than any other side from outside the top flight. So we should keep that in mind, that this is a side that is going to have to obviously progress. Most of the times they played against Premier League sides ever since they are relegated from the Premier League in 2013-2014. So we must keep that in mind, that they are going to be a hard side, because they're going to be at home and that stadium is going to be rocking. Those 20 plus fans there are going to be rocking to make it hard, but our quality will surpass them 100% sure. Fourthly, Manchester United have been eliminated from just 2 of their last 38 FA Cup third round ties, with both defeats in the run coming in home games. 0-1 to Leeds into 2010, and losing 1-2 to Swansea in 2014, meaning that we've been knocked out twice in 38 meetings by teams at Old Trafford, not away from Old Trafford, meaning that when you're playing away from Old Trafford, we tend to give ourselves a chance to really go through. And lastly, Wigan have won their last FA Cup games played on Monday, most recently a 1-0 over Manchester City in February 2018. So their last FA Cup tie, they played on Monday. They went ahead to beat Manchester City and knock them out. So I come in here and really tell you my prediction. It's a 3-0 win for the club of Manchester United. I see Amad Diallo on target, Garnacho on target, and Rasmus Hojlund on target. That is my prediction. So guys, I call upon for your predictions into the comment section below, and I would love us to keep into this tournament because it keeps our chances alive of getting a silverware in this season. Remember, we're out of the Champions League, we're out of the Carabao Cup, and this is the chance to see to it that we obviously get where we deserve to be. Newcastle are in, you know, they knocked out Sunderland. Chelsea are through. Liverpool is taking on Arsenal today, meaning that one of those is really going to be out. That gives us a chance to obviously get to where we deserve to be as a club of Manchester United. Then Tottenham Hotspur is through, meaning that there is a high chance of us facing a harder side. But with the squad we are having and our players really returning from injury, I don't see any club that can obviously stop us from obviously getting to where we would deserve to be as the club of Man United. Hope I'm right onto that note. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. Rokan David is my name. My prediction is 3-0. And you guys, into the comment section is where I'm calling upon your efforts to go and tell me exactly what your reaction on this game is. Who do you want to start? Who don't you want to see into the starting 11? And your predictions. Go to church, say a prayer. If you don't go to church, you can be at home and obviously talk to the Lord God. We out. See you later, my mates. The Muslims, Barakallahu fikum. The Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Rokan David is my name. Don't forget to subscribe because we want to hit 17,000 subscribers before the end of this month. We are charged and get ready for action. Guys, it's gonna be an action-packed day today. Turn your notification bells on. Ciao, ciao.